It's time to talk with Farhan Lalji from what appears to be a very prestigious VIP type situation in Atlanta. Farhan, tell us what's going on here.
Well, guys, I've made friends, as you can tell. This is Larry, this is Jenny, this is Jason, Antonia. Jermaine on the end, he's not so happy. You know, our Jermaine Franklin's generally happy. Notre Dame Jermaine, not so happy, so I spent most of the game here. I can assure you none of these are mine, but I thought I'd make enough time to celebrate with my friends. We see all the confetti and talk to you a little bit about the game.
I'm just feeling bad for Jermaine at the end there. He's outnumbered.
LeBron's over there. He's not coming over.
He's not coming over? Okay. All right. Well, he's happy. He's happy. He's a big Ohio State guy. Hey, It's funny, Farhan, going into this one, there was not a lot of talk about potential NFL careers for either of these two starting quarterbacks. And yet, did Will Howard maybe change that narrative on Monday night?
Yeah, Will Howard was the MVP of this game, and for obvious reasons, he was absolutely fantastic. He started the game on fire, and when you look at that long drive, Notre Dame opened the game with 18 plays, almost 10 minutes, the longest drive in CFP history. Howard was calm. He went out there and executed drives of 11, 10, and 12 plays. He was money in the first half. He completed his first 13 passes. He was 14 of 15, and where he did the most damage was on third down, where the Buckeyes were 6 of 6 in the first half, 9 of 12 in this game. So they were able to possess the ball when a big play was needed. They're the ones who wound up making it. Took that 21-7 lead into halftime and then continued to roll. I know Notre Dame made it close, but the other thing that Riley Howard showed is that he's got something with his legs. When we talked about Riley Leonard, we knew he had something with his legs. Will Howard showed that today in this game. You know, and I'm not sure that Notre Dame was necessarily prepared for that. The quarterback ISO game, just his ability to scramble and connect and make plays on the run. So he had a 4th-round grade for the NFL for this year. I think that's going to change as this goes. People question his arm. I thought his arm was fantastic in this game, especially on the deep shot to Jeremiah Smith late in the 4th quarter.
Yep, couldn't agree more. You know, we all remember that loss to Michigan in November, Farhan. It was ugly for Ohio State, both on the field and then at the end of the game, and Ryan Day got so much criticism for that. The whole fan base basically wanted him fired. How impressive was the coaching job by Ryan Day, considering all the pressure he's faced this season?
Yeah, he had his team absolutely prepared for this one. And, you know, there was a lot of talk about the Michigan game throughout. I've said earlier that it felt like in those first 3 games, it's like they were playing Michigan over and over and over and trying to exercise those demons. I think here they played a little more free. And, you know, we mentioned that early drive, and you could feel maybe at that point, hey, Notre Dame's got some confidence, but he kept his team in it. There were some key moments in the game, I thought, late in the first half. They got down to the 5-yard line. He called a timeout there before taking a penalty on the drive in the 3rd quarter, where they got down the field after the big 70-yard run that got him to the 5. He took another time out there, got his team reset, and even late, yeah, they took a couple of penalties, and, you know, they also had the one fumble by Ibuka, but other than that, I mean, through all of that, his team never got rattled. They kept making plays, and now his legacy in Columbus is absolutely sure. Those people that were trying to run him out of town a month ago, were you guys trying to run him out of town? Tell the truth. Yeah. No. Tell the truth.
No.
Okay, no. They love Ryan Day. They love him more now. Lots of celebration around Ryan Day.
That's fair. I can tell they look very excited. I can't believe this is the first title for the Buckeyes in 10 years, Farhan. It's hard to believe because they've had so much NFL talent over those years. But considering this is the first year of the expanded playoff format, is it fitting that Ohio State is the first champion of that format?
Well, they were the first champion 11 years ago when they first went to 4 teams in the playoff. They got to the final once earlier, wound up losing a few years ago with Ryan Day in charge after another Michigan loss. But here, you come into this situation and win in the first time it's a 12-team playoff. And understand, they don't make this playoff if it doesn't go to 12 teams. Neither does Notre Dame. And the fact is, they got better and better and better. And, you know, I've said to you before, I'm not necessarily a playoff guy. I like the thought that a team has to be the best team in the nation from start to finish. But this situation for Ohio State was perfect because they were the best team in the country. They had a $20 million roster, so much expectation, so many players that decided not to go to the NFL a year ago because they wanted to take part in this. They were clearly the best team in the country, but the playoff afforded them the opportunity to get better over the past month.
Farhan, is there any chance that these fine people around you just adopt you and you spend the rest of your life in Columbus, Ohio?
You guys want to adopt me? Take me back to Columbus?
Yes. We're going to Columbus. We're going to go party.
Yes.
Let's take him. Let's go. Let's go, Buckeyes.
There it is.
Number 1.
I wore the right colors for this one, guys. I wore the right colors.
You did, my friend. It's been great working with you. Enjoy Ohio. Enjoy Ohio. Next up for some of these players, the NFL draft, April the 24th. Farhan's going to have the best life in Ohio. The odds to win the national championship next year, Ohio State is the favorite to win back-to-back, something they've never done in school history. They've never done it in school history. The two teams tied for the second choice, Texas and Oregon, both of which the Buckeyes defeated en route to the national championship.